On my way to pick up Reid this morning. Curbside service. So this is one of the many perks of the old Bettendorf, Iowa training program is curbside car service from yours truly and the my Rolls Royce here, my Bentley GT, to go pick up RT. So we'll see. Get them going. We'll get breakfast in the morning, and then we're gonna go obviously train. But the kind of way the routine works is we get breakfast, then we go and talk about the day, walk through the training plan, drink some coffee, and then we get rolling. We head out. We get our first training session in. We take a break, play some Call of Duty, get our second training session in, and that kind of wraps up the day, unless there's any skill work needs to be done, which we're not doing at the moment. We will here in the near future. So that's kind of the gist of it all. All right. So here's the workout. As you guys will notice, it's all fast forwarded. If I didn't fast forward this workout, it'd be a 25, 30-minute video. So for the sake of everybody's sanity, we decided to speed it up. Opening up with some basic movement, walking around, talking, seeing how our body feels, taking ourselves to some low-level movement patterns, nothing aggressive. Here we're just talking about some of those micro movements that we're going to be working on later. Again, just getting a feel for things. You want to talk about the program we have that day. We want to talk about what we're trying to accomplish. And the warm-up is a great time to do that. Your body's just getting activated. You can feel how things are functioning. You can, again, if you need to adjust the game plan, you can go from there. One of the big emphases of these warm-ups is to make sure that we're focusing on fluidity and ankle strength. So when we're moving, we're putting ourselves to different patterns to try and really load the ankle complex and get it to work in a slightly more elastic fashion. So in doing so, we'll put our body in different positions, bent knees, slight forward lean, kind of some modified dribbling exercises, and really focusing again on that ankle dorsiflexion and it being a factor to help our performance. We want it to transfer energy. We don't want our foot to be stuck on the ground. So as I mentioned earlier, we talked about those micro movements, and now we're getting into it here. Messing around, having a fun flow with it, being creative as we do this. Light, rhythmic. That's the key. We want to have energy transfer. We don't want this choppiness. We don't want hard stops. We want to be smooth and shifty. One of the things we talked about is how can we create movement without having to move that much, the appearance of movement. So I really like to talk about how this and aspect of performance and the movements we're doing actually transfer over to the sport itself. So talking through Reid, we talk about different kind of moves he might be making in a game and how these patterns transfer over to that. I think that's so critically important. So after the micro movements and the warm-up there, we'll get into some build-up and some accelerations. It's about 15 yards in all. And we're just focusing on like 4 or 5 good steps. I'll hop in here and get some sprints in as well. Again, just getting our body ready for the training session that's coming up. And we're not trying to be super aggressive and have short rest intervals. This is not for conditioning. We want to get high outputs. We want to focus on getting better. That's the moral of the story, getting better every time and utilizing what we just did in the warm-up to transfer over to the sprints. So ankles, and making sure we have a good cycle pattern. And obviously debating what is the best flavor of fruit snack here, very important. And always, I can't help but have a little bit of fun. So hitting some dance moves. Reid did not give it 10 stars. He's, just like, let's get upstairs and get some work in. But I can't help myself. You got to have fun during these times because that's what it's all about.